Hello everyone. In this video I am going to tell Bhagavad Gita shloka number 3.37. In the previous shloka, Arjuna asked Lord Krishna, O descendant of Vrishni, why does one do sinful acts even if he doesn't want to, as if engaged by force? Let us begin with this shloka. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha कामयेश क्रोधयेश रजो गुणसमुद्भवः महाशनो महापाप्मा विद्येनमिह वैरिणम्. The meaning: Shri Bhagavan Vacha, the personality of Godhead said, Kama, lust, Esha, this, Krodha, wrath, Esha, this, Raja Guna, the mode of passion, Samudbhavaha, born of, Mahasana, all devouring, Mahapapma, greatly sinful, Vidhi, no, Enam, this, Iha, in the material world, Vairinam, greatest enemy. The whole meaning is, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, it is lust only, Arjuna, which is born of contact with the material mode of passion and later transformed into wrath, which is the all-devouring sinful enemy of this world. When a living entity comes in contact with the material creation, his eternal love for Krishna is transformed into lust in association with the mode of passion, or in other words, the sense of love of God becomes into lust, as milk in contact with sour tamarind is transformed into yogurt. Then again, when lust is unsatisfied, it turns into wrath. Wrath is transformed into illusion, and illusion continues the material existence. Therefore, lust is the greatest enemy of the living entity, and it is lust only which induces the pure living entity to remain entangled in the material world. Wrath is the manifestation of the mode of ignorance. These modes exhibit themselves as wrath and other corollaries. If, therefore, the mode of passion, instead of being degraded into the mode of ignorance, is elevated into the mode of goodness by the prescribed method of living and acting, and then one can be saved from the degradation of wrath by spiritual attachment. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expanded himself into many for his ever-increasing spiritual bliss, and the living entities are parts and parcels of this spiritual bliss. They also have partial independence, but by misuse of their independence, when the service of attitude is transformed into the propensity of sense enjoyment, they come under the sway of lust. This material creation is created by the Lord to give facility to the conditioned souls to fulfill these lustful propensities, and when completely baffled by prolonged lustful activities, the living entities begin to inquire about their real position. This inquiry is the beginning of the Vedanta Sutras, wherein it is stated, Atato Brahma Jignasa. One should inquire into the Supreme, and the Supreme is defined in the Srimad Bhagavatam as Janmadhyasya Yatonvayad Itaratascha, or the origin of everything is the Supreme Brahman. Therefore, the origin of lust is also in the Supreme. If, therefore, lust is transformed into the love for the Supreme, or transformed into Krishna consciousness, or in other words, desiring everything for Krishna, then both lust and wrath can be spiritualized. Hanuman, the great servitor of Lord Rama, exhibited his wrath by burning the golden city of Ravana. But by doing so, he became the greatest devotee of the Lord. Here also, in Bhagavad Gita, the Lord induces Arjuna to engage his wrath upon his enemies for the satisfaction of the Lord. Therefore, lust and wrath, when they are employed in Krishna consciousness, become our friends instead of our enemies. Thank you for watching, and I will tell the next shloka in the next video.